bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that a new storm is brewing in the relationship between Hope and Carter, as the office romance finally faces harsh reality. Initially, audiences were excited about their union, as Hope, a promising young designer, found support and companionship in Carter, a man who seemed trustworthy and sincere. The relationship overcame suspicions, but it seemed to be coming to an end when Ridge discovered the truth. Ridge did not approve of Hope and Carter's relationship, especially when it could affect the family brand. Soon after Ridge learned about the relationship, Hope's career at Forrester Creations was on the brink of collapse. He made the decision to force Hope to quit, causing the fashion line she built to be put on hold indefinitely. Carter, despite his high position at the company, could not help Hope save her career, because his position was not powerful enough to change Ridge or Steffi's decisions. Although Carter wanted to protect Hope, he was just a senior executive who could not compare to the power of Steffi, who was co-CEO with Ridge. As soon as Steffi announced that Hope had to leave the company, Thomas decided to step up and help her. Thomas could not stand to see Hope, whom he once loved and still had feelings for, pushed into despair. He promised to help her restore her fashion career and stood up against Steffi's decision. Thomas's statement made Steffi extremely angry. She felt that her brother was still letting his personal feelings dominate his mind, and worried that Hope would once again take advantage of Thomas's kindness. Steffi warned Thomas that Hope did not truly love him and was only using his sympathy to keep her position at Forrester Creations. However, Thomas still ignored his sister's warning and was determined to help Hope. Thomas' decision not only puts a strain on his brotherly relationship with Steffi, but also raises the question of whether Hope truly loves Thomas, or is she just using his feelings to protect herself from the risk of losing her job. Steffi's suspicions have created a new layer of drama for the story, making the audience curious about whether Hope is wearing a mask to keep her career at Forrester Creations. The question is, if Hope chooses to pretend to love Thomas, will this lead her into an even more complicated relationship? Steffi will not stand by and watch this situation continue, and may continue to fight against Thomas's decision to protect him. Meanwhile, Carter, who used to be attached to and love Hope, will have to face the truth that their relationship is over. Although his love for Hope is sincere, with the appearance of Thomas in her life, Carter has to accept a step back. The battle between Steffi, Thomas, Hope, and Carter continues to make the show more interesting, as they all face opposite situations and test their faith in love and career. Will Hope use Thomas to save her career, or will she prove that her feelings for him are real? Hope's actions and choices may decide everything from her job to the complicated relationships in the Forrester family. Thomas's journey to help and win Hope's affection may end in bitter disappointment and deep heartache. Thomas returns to town in hopes of rebuilding not only his career but also his relationship with Hope, the woman he has secretly loved for a long time. The months of working together to revive Hope's fashion line have shown Thomas not only the professionalism but also the warm affection that Hope has for him, which makes Thomas even more hopeful that maybe this time his feelings will be reciprocated. As the two spend more time together in the office and on the catwalk, Thomas feels the distance between them narrowing. He believes that he has come a long way in winning the heart of Hope, who was once his unrequited love. His hope grows as he clearly feels the trust and affection that Hope has for him in every look and smile. Thomas hopes that the time and effort he puts into Hope will be the foundation for a lasting relationship. He believes that they can build a future together, not only in work but also in love. However, when everything is going well, Thomas suddenly discovers a shocking secret that Hope and Carter are secretly seeing each other behind his back. In an unintentional moment, he witnesses Hope and Carter being intimate with each other, not only closeness but also a deep betrayal when he knows that the two have crossed the line in their working relationship. Thomas was not only heartbroken but also felt his trust betrayed. The illusion of a good relationship with Hope completely collapsed before his eyes. Thomas left in shock and despair. The image of Hope and Carter together was like a stab in his heart, leaving a deep wound that was difficult to heal. Thomas's love for Hope used to be the biggest motivation for him to change himself and make efforts for her. But now all those hopes were shattered. Anger and bitterness began to take over his heart, turning into a hatred that he could hardly forget. He felt betrayed, not only by Hope, but also by the person he once considered a colleague and friend, Carter. Thomas stood at a dark crossroads when the betrayal not only destroyed his feelings for Hope, but also left a big question. Would he accept this to be over, or would he seek revenge on Carter? Despite his past, Thomas has tried to change and become a better person for Hope. But now that all those efforts have been in vain, will he return to the path of revenge? Will Thomas use his influence to remove Carter from the company and Hope's life, or will he choose another way to get revenge? The audience may witness a different version of Thomas, a man who is hurt and carries a grudge that cannot be forgotten. Thomas's next actions and decisions may completely change the relationship at Forrester Creations and pose great challenges for Carter and Hope.